Welcome back to Let's Play the Crystal Bearers. I'm Turbo C.
This is Daryl.
And this is in Master Bullshit.
And last time we got a letter from our friend Sid telling us to meet him at his workshop in Bridgetown, so that's what we're doing after we defile these wanted posters of us.
Those are probably two of the worst guards in history, considering there's a wanted poster for that guy right there.
My biggest concern is that they're royal guards. What are they doing out in a random forest?
Sort of weird. We're pretty close to actually the capital right now. I think it was like just beyond that field of trees.
Well, we just transitioned into the middle of Arizona from, like, temperate woodland. What just happened?
There's gonna be a hoedown. Wee-ho!
Yeah, it's weird as hell. This is like farmland or something, but obviously we have a battle going on between the hounds and the skeletons.
Well, you gotta
Two
give it
very
up,
common things in Arizona.
We had to cut away to make sure you saw that he had no head.
Yeah, you'll see that cutaway several times this fight. Actually, there's not many enemies here. Just some hounds, and you can throw some bones, and they'll enjoy that.
Dog is really bad at fetch.
So, do we ever eventually unlock new powers, like slapping people with telekinesis, or picking up, like, swords and stuff with it? Or, like, get a gun or anything? Or is it just toss around the game?
It's generally whatever the environment presents you with.
Okay.
And here's what I see. Oh shit, there's a ton more enemies I have to kill. The battles in this game, they like to make them in very big areas. And this one isn't even one of the bigger ones, it's just relatively small.
You know, as someone of Southern descent, kind of grew up in the West, I'm kind of offended by this music.
Oh, you're from the South?
I know, I'm just the perfect, dictation master over here. That's not even the right term, I'm just an idiot.
Wales handled himself pretty well and faced all these enemies. He's got a nice head on his shoulders.
You know what? He just keeps throwing them away from him. I don't think he has the spine to really face these guys.
Oh yeah, I think if you throw the head at the guy and he's not about to die, then the head gets stuck on like backwards or something. But I never do it, so I don't know if that's actually true. I'm just remembering this from an older play.
So, just telling you now, this is a super stupid fight.
Yep. So the thing that is I both like and hate about this game is that the battles in this game, you can just completely run past them. You can just ignore them, basically. Which is sort of standard running away from battles in Final Fantasy. And considering how boring these are, I skip them a lot.
Okay, so what's up with this Miasma stuff?
So, this is a long thing, but Miasma. Oh yeah, there's some people that just appear out of nowhere after you.
Oh, you gonna do some wrestling?
No, because they're idiots and run into each other and then fall over. Wrestling done.
Oh, they're kind of cute.
But like I was saying, Miasma from the first game, it's like this poisonous gas, and sort of the entire purpose of the first game was figuring out where it came from and how to stop it. In this game, I guess it still sort of lingers around, but it's sort of a different function, because now it actually spawns monsters or something, whereas in the first game, monsters could just breathe it and it'd be fine, but humans can kill them, and they'd lose memories and things like that if they stayed into it for only a short time.
So what you're saying is this is not canon?
Yeah, it's sort of a weird thing that didn't really follow what happens from the first game. Especially because in the first game I was pretty sure we eliminated all of Miasma, but...
What are you doing to that poor, beautiful creature? You put her down this instant.
I'll put her down. But when I was playing, she looked a little freaked out, so I thought this had like a barrel of water in it. And I don't know why throwing a barrel of water onto a cat would be a good idea, calming down, but it's actually an explosion.
Hope you eventually get to do some like Donkey Kong stuff.
Actually, sort of in this episode.
Did you just absorb the knowledge from that like newspaper stand?
Yeah, so the UMA News, they it's just sort of more information about the world that you're in, and they give you an item with each issue.
Are the items, what do they do?
They're just like crafting materials and stuff.
Well, at least they didn't go the Final Fantasy 13 route, where literally everything you run into gives you a new thing in your codex. And the little stupid new icon never ever goes away until you read every single one of them. And it takes an hour and a half to get through like 5 of them, and oh my god, that was annoying.
Actually, the people who make the UMA News, they're called the Gertie News Group, and Gertie was a character from the first game, so that's another little reference there. But now we're in Bridgetown. And Bridgetown's pretty industrial here. Fanciful doors.
Oh, there's my boy.
Look at the proof on that move. Is that what are those called? Their heads?
Palms? Pom-poms?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I think so.
So, Bridgetown's sort of small, but it has a lot of things in it.
Definitely gives the air of, hey, look around the town for those. I'm guessing there's not much.
Look at all these switches you can pull. Pull all these levers.
Yeah, I pulled all the switches this way.
You know, those could activate some sort of like security defense override and just starts killing everybody in the city. But yeah, just keep going ahead and hit stuff.
That one was
Well,
apparently a slot machine.
Obviously, it's a military kind of state here. She just got mugged like that.
That kid just like burst into flames?
Yeah, I have no idea what that was. It was magic or a bomb or what.
That kid's a crystal baron. Find him. Like, get him on your side. He, like, explodes.
Did you see his picture?
Yeah. You know, the best thing about being a crystal bearer isn't, you know, telekinetically moving things about. It's showing everyone online that I can.
Oh yeah, here are the shops. And so, this is the emblem shop. And, they're just things that you can put on your jacket.
Oh my god.
How do you, like, complete
Get that pirate ship on.
You just put in crafting materials and it fills out the bar and then you pay for it. I picked this Selkie symbol because I like the Selkies, so.
So do they give you, like, a stat bonus or resistance when you do it?
No, it just changes.
Then what was that little graph thing for the crafting stuff?
Oh, different items give you different, abilities, I think. Like, different stats for when you're crafting, equipable items.
Oh, okay.
I will admit that it is kind of cool, if really gimmicky, that you have to use that switch to open the shop.
I don't think you have to use that switch.
Oh, you don't? I thought that opened the shutter and then the Moogle came through there.
Oh, yeah, for the shops. Yeah, I thought you were talking about Situation Shop. And it was sort of funny that one Moogle was doing everything, if you noticed.
Well, it's, what's
Efficient.
yeah, that's it. Obviously my thinking is...
It's not really that efficient, though, because what happens if, like, 2 people go to 2 different shops? And why didn't they hire more
wait
Moogles?
their damn turn.
Why the fuck? What town was this again? Old Town? Bridgetown. Bridgetown. Why the fuck can't the Bridgetown, like, mayor hire more than one Moogle? Why is he such a slave driver that one Moogle has to work 3 shops at a time?
Yeah,
Sick of Bridgetown. Oh, God. So fucking corrupt.
But here we are in Sid's workshop.
Like, Sid's lever is just so much cooler than everyone else's stupid lever.
Well, he is an engineer, so he probably likes to make
Lale!
things.
Thank goodness.
What the fuck is he?
I need
Is
you
he a
to help
potato
me out
man?
with something. The steam engine
Uh.
is complete. It needs testing.
So he is a
I need
lilty,
you to
so
use your
he's
powers
like the
to
other
move
people
these pistons.
that we've seen so far, mostly.
What, so all lilties that live in the desert are brown? Is that what you're saying to me?
Maybe he's just like all engineers who look really stupid.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. it's
I'll give him that
sounding
one. I mean, the other
You're
Sids
a
in Final Fantasy tend to look pretty
lifesaver,
retarded.
Lale.
I mean, the one
couldn't
from
get it
6 wore like a
started on my
raincoat
own.
and a baseball cap.
No worries.
I
needed
think.
to
I
ask
could
you
never tell what it
something
was.
Anyway, Sid. Or should I say Professor Sid, Chief Engineer of Lilty and Crystal Reactor Development.
Thank you for that exposition.
That's all in the
We really
past.
needed to know.
I'm
whatever
just
the
a
hell you just said.
neighborhood tinkerer now.
Do you recognize this?
Ooh, this.
Okay, this guy
is a
sound any
crystal
more bold.
idol.
So you do
What?
know about it.
Lale,
What
you
is
know
it
he's an
exactly?
engineer, right? Not
It's
a
a
jeweler.
royal treasure. I don't know much else about it.
Have you heard about all the things that happened on the Alexis and underneath
And
the Victory
Daryl, he
Monument?
sounds bored because Lale literally
I
cannot
heard that the
understand
Alexis had
emotion,
emergency
human
landing
emotion.
due to engine trouble.
He just kind of emulates it as best he
How does the
can.
crystal idol
That's
fit in?
right, the whole sociopath. I forgot.
What's this about the Victory Monument?
So it looks like they're hiding the truth. It must be very bad news for the Lilty
Royalty
Kingdom.
hiding
The
secrets.
reason why the Alexis went down
Intriguing.
was because its crystal shards
Looks
were
like Sid
stolen
likes to
with that
drink as
crystal
much as his
idol. They
counterpart
turned
in
into
7, though.
light and got absorbed inside of it.
Oh! The shards were absorbed inside this?
So now, are shards a physical
How was the Alexis
object
able
or
to
like
land without crystal
some magical
shards?
construct?
Because
Because I'm confused on this
That's
still.
pretty brash of you,
I-
Crystal Bearer.
I'm
It's
as
not
confused
really
as you
important.
because shards
There's
apparently
more
can
to
be
the
stored in those
we found
crystal
ruins underneath
idols.
the Victory Monument, and we saw what looked like the husk of a large crystal shard. This
I'm still
time,
upset about the
the
shard
light from the
size thing. I
crystal
think at that
idol
point it
filled the
technically
husk
counts
with
as just a
shard.
crystal.
The
I
hostile
think this
call
mouse
of
up
the
here is
resurrection.
much more interesting than the conversation
Lale.
going on down here.
Don't get involved in this one. This is a life or death situation for the kingdom, if not the entire Lilty tribe. Ooh!
I'm already involved. I have
Worse
to see
lip sync
Goldenrod
than a
again.
1970s
There's two
kung
more
fu movie.
somewhere, right?
They are royal treasures. They would be kept in a secure place.
Secure, huh? How did Goldenrod get one then? I was betting that you'd know where the other two idols were kept.
Oh, is Goldenrod his
Guess I
pet
was
name for
off.
that uke?
Lale,
Yeah,
the crystal
we don't know
idol
the
should be
Uke's real
returned
name,
to the
so he
royal
just calls it
family.
goldenrod because it's brownish color.
Somehow, I doubt they'd thank me.
Okay, so this is a workshop, right? It's gotta have a lot of cool things to mess around with.
Surprisingly, not really. There's very few things in the shop to actually do. There's a lot of treasure chests to open. That's basically all I do.
If you're interested, Daryl, you could always just read the stupid little C-SPAN crawl down there at the bottom that, you know, houses any and all important information on areas you go into. Instead of telling you
And
directly,
lots
they
of
just
Google dolls.
slowly just sprawl it across there.
You got some cool specs, man.
1 penny. 1 penny for an entire chest.
Oh yeah, I want you to notice, I sort of forgot to mention this, but look behind that engine to the left there, after I get out of this menu. Because you don't see anything behind it, do you?
We will in a sec.
Oh yeah, this is the crafting system. You can put your 3 things in any order.
Does the order matter at all?
I haven't really noticed, but I sort of assume. I think maybe I'm just putting them in the wrong order.
Okay,
So accessories boost the power of your crystal powers.
I didn't show it, but there's nothing behind that engine if you walk by there.
Oh, apparently crystal reactors, if you guys didn't see that down at the bottom, are not eco-friendly. Oh god, Nell moved out of nowhere. Oh shit.
I love that
no.
move.
Crystal Bearer Lale, you are charged with the use of arcane arts and theft of national treasure. We know you are in there. Surrender immediately.
We probably should have
They'll
said
just shoot
this
and ask
first.
questions later.
I was up against you.
Nope.
I would do the
LAPD,
same
motherfucker!
Steam engine. It's pretty impressive. Sid the genius can still get it done.
Oh, so now they're trying to make combustible engines because crystal reactors were not eco-friendly enough.
Well, it caused the desertification of this area, probably. I mean, this is a very industrial city.
Think that Crystal Idol fell into his hands. Perhaps crystals really do attract one another.
That's true, they also repel White
What
Castles.
did you think of me, Princess Altea?
Little
know now that he's
southeast
very powerful.
region joke for you guys.
However, the
Wait,
survival
what?
of the kingdom is
Princess out of nowhere.
Oh, I thought he was calling the steam engine Princess Althea, like he was one of those freaky science guys who names their lab rats.
He
or
is a crystal bearer after all.
What am I saying?
No, I get you.
I think I understand
He
you.
attracts danger.
Like, you don't name your Erlenmeyer flask or anything. That's just kind of creepy.
More like an Ernie Meyer flask, am I right? Wait, weren't the cops trying to kill you? Wait,
That Moogle just like ratted you out to the cops, and then it's like, oh hey, I got this.
No, he didn't rat him out. He just was scared.
Okay, so
And then we saved his life, so now he's really happy.
And the cops don't care, because...
so the big fight with the cops where you just slapped him around a lot, you didn't even get to play that?
Nope. Not at all.
I mean, who plays games anyway?
You saw there was a huge explosion out here, too. And, I have no idea how Leo caused that. Oh yeah, you can make pictures and save them to your SD card if you want.
You better make a bunch of funny, like, photos.
Maps?
Oh yeah, so we need to go to the vineyard, and maybe you didn't get a good look at that map there, but really wasn't helpful. No idea how to get to the vineyard from
Whoa.
that.
Kind of phased out of existence.
Crystal bears.
Wow, what crappy treasure.
To be fair, if I'm gonna hide treasure and where people can get at it, like out in the open, I'm not gonna put anything in it.
It was kind of hidden. It wasn't like directly in your sight.
Why would you even bother hiding treasure then?
It's like out in the public area too, honestly. That's terrible. I give all my treasure to this local dragon, and I just like, because I'm never gonna need its treasure. When do you spend treasure? And who's gonna fuck with him?
Now, this is called Bridgetown. Is it like gap two areas of the continent together, or?
Yeah, well, there was a bridge, sort of, where that, loyalty guard disappeared, that we walked across.
And that's why it's called Bridgetown?
I think so.
For that small little pathway?
Poor little Moogle. One day we'll rise up against the proletariat. I promise you this.
So what does that little, like, chart mean? Like, what are those symbols? Are those resistances or attack powers?
They're basically each one corresponds to, I think, like focus, attack, defense. Just luck is one of them too. So, I mean, it's just sort of memorize the symbols because it's a direct mapping to what the stat is.
Does that even have any, like, impact on the gameplay? It wouldn't seem like it, since combats just throw stuff at other things.
That guy just went like 45. Did anyone else see that?
Yeah, I actually did a double take. But yeah, combat actually is affected by your stats, because focus is like sort of the big one that you can notice. Like when you're hovering over things waiting for you to lock on, you see this bar like going around the center, or going around in a circle.
Yeah,
and that'll
yeah.
fill up faster if you have a higher focus.
Oh, okay. Going back down to the hoedown.
It's a nice palette of brown.
Brown and brown animals and brown green. No, that guy's white. Never mind.
Oh yeah, something I didn't get to. Those skeletons you were fighting. What were they the skeletons of exactly? Because they didn't look like anything encountered yet.
I think Yeah, I don't think they're skeletons of anything. But, I mean... whoa! What the...
Quick, press right on the C-pad.
I am-
like 5 times.
Terrified of that thing. Please tell me you can break it.
It's an effective Scarecrow. No, I can't. I'm trying to. It's terrifying.
Oh god.
And it keeps landing on its foot.
It's just gonna keep following you whenever you walk. Don't look at it.
It'll look at me, though.
Yeah, but
Wherever I
as long
go.
as you're not looking at it, it can't make you fear things.
I could be, like, miles away, and Leo's gonna be like, I have this feeling I'm being watched.
God damn, it's creepy. Why would... What is it?
It's a Scarecrow.
I know, but clearly it's more than that.
It's actually one of the most effective Scarecrows, because I think when there are monsters or something in this area, the monsters that come up to it, it'll shoot with its laser eyes.
You're joking.
Unless I'm remembering something complete. Whoa!
There's the Donkey Kong.
Pumpkins.
Okay.
That's what I was hoping.
So, oh, okay, look, she's only, like, unconscious and probably has a concussion. Does he stop and check her? Nah. Give her a good once-over. Oh god, she's back up. And she apologizes to you. Good job. I love it.
What the fuck were you doing riding your pumpkin?
Oh, those are pumpkins. I thought they were all barrels.
And here we are at lovely Martha's Vineyard.
No, we're actually pretty far from the vineyard.
Ah.
So we just gotta cross the bridge to the Let Highlands. You know how to do that, right?
Yeah, I mean, Stillskin got here. He'll probably meet you there.
That maybe the bridge is across here. Nope.
I mean, in Final Fantasy IX, they always showed Stillskin showing up after you got there.
Whoa,
Or
those
he'd
guards just disappeared.
be there the second day you were there, but... Ah, yes! The plucking nut simulator. I love Harvest Moon. I guess a more apt analogy would be a Rune Factory, then, wouldn't it?
Those games are terrible.
Ah, crap. That looks like another battle.
It's just the Twilight Realm breaching into whatever place we're at right now.
Oh, hey, bombs. I actually know what those are.
And they kind of look what they normally look like, and they actually look like monsters as opposed to weird tentacle puppet socks. Sock puppets.
That's like an arrow.
So are you actually doing damage, or are you just kind of spinning him like a dick?
I'm not doing damage. In the top right, you can see his health bar. It's nothing. You have to spin him to knock him over, then pick him up and throw him if you want to do direct damage. Or you can throw people into him, and that works too.
Oh, were you shooting that guy's arrows at him?
Yeah, I was also doing that. Goblins with arrows you can throw at people. Or shoot at people.
I didn't blow up. What are these?
Ah, there we go.
Because that kind of seemed kind of smart and fun.
Yeah, it's alright.
But now you have to fight another bomb, and the last one took pretty long, so...
I get a little better as we go along.
So can you close the miasma tubes before?
No, you have to kill all the enemies before you do that.
That's kind of... Tragedy of K?
Oh yeah, it's sort of a stupid joke. Maybe it's like a translation thing. But there's the Tragedy of Y, which is 2 legs sticking out of the ground, and then Tragedy of K is 2 legs sticking out of the side. So I guess it looks sort of like a K.
Oh. I noticed you had flame above your head. I'm not quite sure what that means.
Oh yeah, so that was a status ailment, and so I was on fire basically. And I got a little bit of damage from that.
So enemies just fight each other then, so you could just get them to do all your dirty work?
Yeah, some enemies don't like each other. You actually saw the dogs earlier, they were attacking the skeletons with stones and all that. I'm trying to find some place to throw this bomb before it explodes, but holy crap, that's getting pretty big. Oh god.
like created a second sun.
I like the lag from the explosion. That's always a nice touch.
Too far?
Right. Explosion's too much for you to handle. We gotta slow it down for a second.
So, anyone else think that there's too many enemies to fight here?
We've like,
It's kind of like we get it by now.
well, to be fair, they're trying to make it as a Final Fantasy game where you're typically fighting enemies near constantly, and so far in this game, it's, from what I've seen, mostly just been dick around with things that aren't monsters, and then occasionally throw monsters or things at monsters.
Yeah, maybe it's just because the reward is very small. It's just 1 health point. As you can see, we already at, what, 12? But, that was really long, and I left that into the video to prove a point here. And that's that, you're on a time limit?
What?
What?
Yeah, so, there were only 3 enemies left to defeat. But, game said, nah, you took too long.
And so the Miasma portal closes itself?
No, it just goes away, and I can come back later to fight it.
So every time you go back to this area, you have to keep fighting an enemy until you win.
Well, I think even if I did close it, I'd still have to fight it. I don't really remember. But, yeah, I don't get the reward for beating any of those guys either, so... all that effort, wasted.
Well, I mean, the enemies are like 50 freaking miles away from each other. It's ridiculous.
Plus,
Yeah, they really like to make the, fights in big open areas. Which I think is cool, but when you're on the time limit, it sort of sucks.
No offense, you didn't seem to be doing a lot of damage quickly. I mean, you don't even have any ability to directly attack people, do you?
Nope, and I don't think you ever get one.
Okay, so... those are some big-ass sheep.
Yeah, and I sort of had to carefully sidestep them, because if they decided to start, like, running, I would have got knocked over and lost a bit of money.
I mean, I've only seen approximately an hour and a half of this game, and the combat doesn't look too interesting past the first novelty of dicking around with enemies.
Yeah. I guess that's why I say that minigames are, like, the most interesting part of it, but even then, they're not even that special.
Yeah, I mean... now, do you even have to pick a direction when you do the platforms like this, or is it just press button to jump where the clicky blue orb is?
It's go directly to the orb.
Okay, so the platforming is not really platforming more as it is just there to have some pretty pictures on there.
Yeah, pretty much.
And, the novelty of stealing money from people kind of wore off for me in the first video. How long is this game again?
Quite a bit.
Okay, so, we're in for the long haul then.
Yeah, it's not too long, but I mean, it is a Final Fantasy game.
I knew there was going to be a fishing.
Yeah. Well, this is an optional minigame. I mean, we didn't have to do it. And there's a special way you gotta do it. If you saw the directions, you have to grab a fish and then wait for your Wii remote to shake. So your Wii remote will shake, and I picked it up when that happened. But you have to wait till it shakes a lot. And when it shakes a lot, it just does that little thing right there.
So why can't he just pull them in with his telekinesis that's obviously attaching to them right now?
I have no clue.
And, oh, here we go, fast forward.
Yeah, this is really long, and you sort of get the picture, so
That's a maybe fish. It might be fish.
That's a
It
spoiler
might be
fish.
chicken.
Whoa, don't tell me too much.
I know. I think we should use this time to talk about, like, video games that have better fishing games than this. Oh, wait, never mind. Persona 4.
I was gonna say Persona 4.
Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Twilight Princesses wasn't that bad.
Sonic Adventure.
You go throw yourself into a river.
Animal Crossing's really good.
Yeah. Find El Dorado on a rainy night.
Fuck you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what? You didn't do that?
No.
Oh, you're such a scrub.
I did found
Wasted
the.
too much time doing it.
I found the C one though, the colorants.
I found like 5 of those.
Shut up. You're lying. I know you are. I must break my dreams, Daryl.
I must break them to build them stronger.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of shops strewn throughout, and
I really like the
Oh.
neon sign.
yeah, they're pretty cool. I don't really buy much from the shops because mostly you can find a lot of things in like chests and stuff, and they're pretty expensive items. So at least early on, I won't be buying a lot.
You want the free taste to go? Oh, I thought she was just gonna keep the door closed.